Yo, it's Jamie Foxx, Foxhole Radio, Sirius 106XM 149. Listen, let me get focused right now. Every once in a while, the heavens open up. They shine down on Foxhole Radio. This is a moment on November 13th, Friday the 13th. The heavens are opening up because we have on our radio show the blessed, the one, the only. This woman is going to make you grow 2 inches when you hear her voice. So get ready, Foxhole listeners. None other than Miss Oprah Winfrey.
I don't know about the growing 2 inches.
Oh, we would definitely grow 2 inches. How are you doing?
I'm really great. I'm busy,
I know
shows
you're busy.
and all that stuff. But for you, I will stop, take the time, and make a phone call to the Foxhole.
How great, how absolutely incredible is that? Listen, I know your time is precious because your time is your money, but I want to get right.
Hey, key word, precious.
Precious, right?
Right.
I want to get, first of all, congratulations on what Precious is doing. And for those listeners who don't know what I'm talking about, you're living under a rock. Precious right now is breaking records at the movie box office. Opened up in limited theaters. I believe now it's opening up in more theaters today.
Yes, yes, today. It opens in Dallas and Houston, Philadelphia, San Francisco, D.C., and we're really glad about that.
Wow. First of all, let me ask you this. I went to the premiere. The premiere was absolutely incredible. How did you get involved with this movie?
I saw the movie. Actually, Lee Daniels had sent the movie, the director had sent the movie to me last year. Yes. And it was one little raggedy DVD. It's this little, really. Talk about a rough cut. Right. And so I had tried to, on one of my trips to Africa, play it in the machine on the plane, and it wouldn't, and we kept stopping and stuff. So I carried it around in my bag for a couple of months, actually, and didn't even see it. And Tyler Perry mentioned to me, he says, have you heard about this movie, Precious? I said, I think I got that movie in my pocketbook. So I pulled it out and watched it because Tyler said, you should see it. It's really, really good. Wow. And I pulled it out. I watched it that day, having carried it around for 2 months, and I called Lee Daniels that night. The first thing I did when I finished watching the film, Jamie, was I picked up the phone. He actually called Tyler to get his number, Lee Daniels' number. He was on stage at the time at the Sundance Film Festival getting an award.
Wow.
And
so the movie was winning in Sundance.
The day I called him.
Wow.
And I said, well, he goes, I'm on stage and I just got an award. And I said, well, turn off your damn phone. But I then called him back. And then my next phone call was to Monique.
Wow.
I'm telling you, my eyes water now just thinking about it. I called Monique, and she picked up the phone, and I said, who's your favorite designer? And she said, what? Who is this? And I said, who's your favorite designer? Because you need to get your dress ready for walking down to the Oscars, girl.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
That was amazing. And listen, for those of you in Foxhole Radio and everybody around, when Oprah talks about Monique, it is very, very serious. I got a chance to go to the premiere. I saw her performance. I've never been moved like that. It reminded me, and you tell me this, it reminded me of seeing Jennifer Hudson in Dreamgirls, only Jennifer was singing, but she had the impact of the acting.
Yes. It was an intense fierceness that transcended whatever that personality was of Monique. I mean, Monique went somewhere.
She really did. Now
she really did.
I understand that Monique has gone through this too. And if you would, give us a little bit for our listeners about what this movie is about. Or do you want them to be surprised?
Well, this is what I'm not going to tell you, because that final scene, is there anything, have you ever seen like that final scene where Monique is sitting there with Mariah Carey? I've never. So what we'll do is this is, for one, we have absolutely the most passionate listeners out there. So go see this movie and you'll understand what we're talking about. Jamie, when I finished it, first of all, I like you. I stay and watch the credits because I like to see who did everything. And the thing that got me, I did not cry through the entire film. I did not cry until the credit card came up that said "For Precious Girls Everywhere," and that is when I started to cry because I thought, how many times have I seen this girl? The Preciouses of the world, on the street, on the bus stop, in Walgreens. How many times have I seen her and didn't see her? How many times have I looked away with her pushing her baby down the street, her 2 babies or 3 babies? How many times have I seen her in the grocery store? And really, it pulled me up, and I thought, that will never happen to me again. I will never see another Precious or a homeless person and not see them. So I love that. And I also thought, when I finished the movie, it reminded me of a modern day Color Purple. I thought Precious was the Celie, the Whoopi Goldberg character from Color Purple, only she is in 1987 in Harlem.
That is true. And the thing is that when I saw it at the premiere, and for those of you who didn't, I mean, it's hard to explain how a premiere is, because when you go to a premiere, there's L.A., there's all these different people with their different BlackBerries, but to see people just floored, to look around, to see people floored, and not just floored by the performances, but floored by, is this really happening? This is really happening in the world?
So I saw that film, and honestly, I was so moved. I wanted to be involved in doing whatever I could to bring attention to it so that this wouldn't be a movie that came and went in a week and nobody saw it. I wanted to do whatever I could. I said to Lee, listen, I don't want no money. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I just want to help you help the film. So that's how I got involved, to help him help the film.
That's amazing. And I'm sure that, and the thing about Lee Daniels, too, looking at this movie, just as a director, I mean, to be honest with you, you talk about Oscars right now, and I don't know if that makes you feel weird to talk about it, because I don't want to jinx anything for you, but on everythingoscar.com, which is pretty much a pretty good measuring stick of what they're talking about on Oscars, they're talking about Best Picture, they're talking about Best Director. Lee Daniels did a fantastic job, and being able to see all of you guys, and this is another thing that they'll appreciate on our show, is to be able to see all of you guys working together, to see Tyler Perry, the relationship that you guys had was amazing, to see Lee Daniels, and to see how great that premiere was. It was just it was amazing.
Well, what's interesting, I got asked to be involved I was asked to be involved with the movie because that's why Lee had originally had sent me the film.
Yeah, because when you say something, Oprah, I got to admit, it flies out off the rack. Well, I never forget, what was the lady? It was the lady from Sex and the City. She had a perfume.
Yeah.
And you said, hey, go
Sarah Jessica Parker,
She was in the back having to make more perfume to because
they didn't have enough supply. I hate that when you say it, and then people don't have enough supply for people. But what's interesting is, Tyler had said to me when he said you should watch it. He said, I would like to do this, like for my film company, to have my film company involved. Yeah. So when then I got asked to be involved with it, I said I can't be involved unless Tyler's involved, because he's already told me he wanted to be involved. So I'm not going to do anything to cut him out.
Wow.
So we're going to have to figure out a way that we both can work together to help support the film. And that's how we all ended up working together. Well, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I mean, when has this ever happened, that we've all come together from our different venues? Tyler has his audience, I have my audience. Lee Daniels, was the producer on Monsters Ball. Wow. So we all come with our different stuff, but to say, let's work together to see if we can do whatever we can to make this movie as visible as possible to America and the world.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. It's Foxhole Radio, XM 149, Sirius 106. We are getting blessed by Miss Oprah Winfrey,